the same, but there are standards that are higher than previous years that we want to hit and hit it more consistently. So for us, it's about flipping the page pretty quickly here and moving forward on that. And yeah, that's about it. We're, I guess, lucky and have earned a good spot in the standings right now to, I guess it's weird to say, but you can afford a game like that and not dwell on it too much and focus on the good that we've done so far and try and bring that back.
If Alex were to miss a few games, a few days, few weeks, whatever, how does it change the whole balance of your lineup forwards?
Yeah, Nui brought a lot to the table. He brought a little bit of everything, penalty kill, face-off, speed. Was just playing really well. So that's hockey. Guys got to step up. Guys got to pick up what what we're gonna miss from him. And yeah, it just sucks, but we'll bounce forward for him and be in a good spot when he comes back.
Who are you playing with tomorrow?
Who am I playing with?
Yeah.
I don't know. No. That's crazy. I've never been asked that.
Well, it's day before a game. Maybe how the line's going to shake out. We assume there will be some changes.
Yeah, there will be. Yeah, it's. I think if we had a team practice, I would have known. But I think today is more about squashing what happened yesterday, and then tomorrow we'll reset.
That's two good experienced teams that beat you back to back. You guys are 1-4-1 against playoff teams from last year. This year, what do you guys need to do different or to compete against those top teams?
I don't know if it's about, obviously we played some good teams, but it's more of what we've done to ourselves. The last few games, there's a lot of good, and then there's, I guess, a little bit more bad, and it's the small details in the game that I guess you could say more experienced teams can capitalize on, and they execute on your failures, and that's just stuff we got to clean up. It's the smaller details in the game because, I felt last game, for half of it, we were a really good team and playing really, really good hockey, and one small lapse in a detail here and there, and it's 2-3 nothing right away.
Is there a sense of needing to validate the strong start you had by beating some of those tougher teams from more experienced teams?
I don't know. I think this year, especially in the NHL, there's a lot of good teams. I can't think of a team we've played so far that's not good. I think every win we've had is showing that we're a good team. Chicago was low in the standings last year, and I think they're proving they're a good team, and we beat them. So for us, every win's validating what we can do, and it's setting that standard that we need to keep working on.
So you didn't view that week, especially as some kind of a measuring stick?
I think every week's a measuring stick. It doesn't matter who you're playing. It's what we know we can do and consistently doing that.
Outside of on the fly, you get so many of your shifts starting in the defensive zone. So just to get it to the other end is obviously critical. But how much do you does the team depend on your line to establish kind of a deep game and carry momentum or create momentum for the next line that comes?
Yeah. I think in games sometimes you need to simplify things and get back to smaller details in the game, and we're a line that's not going to be as flashy, but we do focus on that stuff, and if we can help bring that momentum back, we'd like to. It's something we could even work on and get better at, and but that's definitely an identity for our line that we need to help change the momentum and help the team get back to simple things.
As teammates, you guys are going to support your goalies, obviously. Do you feel for what they've been going through the last couple of games here?
Yeah, we haven't helped them out. We know they're both great goalies, and we're 100% confident in them every game. Last night was a couple weird bounces, but most of it we just gave up a grade A chance, and they capitalized. So it's not on the goalies; it's on the team in front of them.
I know you mentioned earlier the defensive zone thing. Does the plus-minus record is probably a product of that, but does it bother you at all for your part to see the number? Or?
Sometimes it's a fluke. I don't know. I've gotten a few lucky pluses, in previous seasons, and sometimes you get some unlucky ones. So I'm not looking into that. It's a very overrated stat.
Do you need to tell other players also not to look at that? Because, I mean, when the team goes in a tough stretch, some of those numbers don't look good. Do you talk to the younger guys?
I don't
to
think
make
so.
sure-
Like, I think everyone understands it. Like, you could go -3 in a game and you honestly did nothing wrong. So it's sometimes it does show how you played, but for the most part, I think it's an overrated stat.
What stat are you looking on?
For me personally, I don't know. I look at it all, except for plus minus, I guess. I don't know. I look at face-offs a lot. That's about it. I don't really look at too many analytics. So obviously, I like to get shots on net and then points. But for me, it's mainly face-offs and then just honestly just how I felt in the game and if I helped the team win.
Going back to the very first question, last year went through some tough moments, especially before Christmas. So do you feel this year maybe more prepared as a team to bounce back after some adversity like the last 2 games?
Yeah, it's a good test, and we talked about it. You know, we're in a way better spot than we were in last year, but every single team this year is going to go through some tough stretches, and it's about how quickly you can get out of them. And I think the good teams in this league snap out of those tough slumps really quickly and get back on a bit of a run themselves. So for us, it's just getting back to what worked and not dwelling on what wasn't working.
Last year, as my colleague said, you guys you did simplify your game a lot. Would you say that you are in the same position this year for your game?
I think just moments in the game you can simplify. I think it's more executing on plays and just little details in the game. I don't think last night was as much of simplifying. It was more just mis-executing and then just the lack of detail on certain defensive plays. So we've done a way better job. Last year was an issue with simplifying games and especially in the second period, and I think we're way better in that area, but it's more just small details in the game.
When you say you squashed the team, squashed the game from last night, what does that mean? Is everybody looking in the mirror? Maybe big speeches, video?
No, we watched some clips. We understand what's been going wrong, and you know, we lose 7-0, but it's not. I don't think it was as bad as a 7-0 game, and we're going to move forward. And we've been playing good hockey. If you look at our record, we'd probably take this record if you know, just at the start of the season. So not going to dwell on it too much.
Nick mentioned lack of aggressiveness, maybe the last.
A bigger role for someone else to take that role.
Thank you.
Noah, for most of you guys, no practice today, probably a team meeting with the coaches. Was it the best way to fix the situation after a game, last night game?
Yeah, I think you're also after a game like that, we do what you can today to get ready for tomorrow. Some guys got a workout in, got a sweat in, some guys got on the ice, but yeah, we met as a group, looked at some video and just details in our game that we can clean up, and you go back, enjoy the day, and reset and get ready for a big game tomorrow night at home versus Boston Bruins.
What's a video session like after a game like this? Like, what's the vibe like?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the vibe when you come in the rink is nobody's happy losing 7-0 at home. But in saying that, there's no sense. You can't sulk on it, dwell on it. We're always an honest group. Marty's honest with us after wins, losses, about our game, what he sees, and what we can do better. No different today. We looked at some things, try and clean some things up, and get ready for tomorrow.
Goaltending, these guys are always on fire. Would you say that is the nature of the position, but is there too much heat on them recently, at your point of view?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. People are allowed to have their opinions and can talk about what they want, but I know in the group each guy in this room has a lot of confidence in both goalies. They've been great for us. I think as a group collectively we got to do a better job in front of them. If you look at some of the goals we've given up, breakaways, 2-on-1s, bang plays, just as D-man boxing out in front of the net, allowing them to see pucks better, just stuff like that. So it's a team game in here. Us as a group, 5 guys in front of them, need to do a better job.
Do you need more sandpaper?
On it, according on how you think you played the other games. So a little bit of a learning curve for our group, but I think we're going to bounce forward tomorrow night and be at the top of our game.
Talk about tomorrow night. Do you feel that's a really good timing to face the Bruins tomorrow?
I think it's a great time, and I think it's a team that we're excited to play. It's going to be a physical game for both teams, and a game that it's going to be good for us to get involved and being physical and being on top for a game for sure.
Josh, with how it's going down, things are naturally going to have to get mixed around.
Yeah.
If you, Brendan, and Jake are reunited, how does it, I don't want to say increase your importance to the team in terms of what your line can provide in terms of momentum, but how do you view the responsibilities you guys would share if you're all on the same team?
Yeah, obviously a huge responsibility, just creating that energy for our team and doing our job and not getting scored on, but getting pucks deep and creating that energy and that forecheck of setting up the next line to go out and things like that. So obviously we know how to play with each other if that does happen, and kind of just be consistent in that department.
And how different would be your role if you're called upon to play with Demidov and Kevin, as we saw a little bit less?
Yeah, probably not change much, honestly. Try to just hunt pucks down as much as I can and try to give him the puck as much as I can because he wants the puck in his hands. So, we'll see how it all goes tomorrow and who's playing with who, but everybody's got to be on for sure.
Am I wrong in saying that you look, pardon me, at your best against big teams, big Western teams?
Yeah, I like those kinds of games. Emotionally, physically, you get involved pretty early, and you kind of set the tone at the start of the game. So I think we're all looking forward to bouncing forward tomorrow and regrouping here.
Do you expect that Marty will build the lines to have more sandpaper and better forecheck?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out tomorrow.
Do you expect that?
I don't know.
After a game like yesterday, sometimes the recipe is pretty simple.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
As you know.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I know there's been a few questions about that, maybe. So I guess we'll find out and see. Obviously, we're comfortable with playing with each other, and I think a lot more guys are going to be a little bit more grittier tomorrow.
There were no numbers on the board, right? That's
No, nothing. So yeah, we don't know.
Is that weird for you, by the way? Like, would you prefer to know the day before, or does it really even matter?
Not really. I think we all know who we're playing with, but not right now because of the Newey situation. So gives them an extra day to think about lines and things like that. So yeah.
There's a strong reaction from the outside of this room to the last 2 losses because of the final score. And even last night, Marty was saying probably doesn't look like a 7-0 game.
Yeah.
But still, what's the level of urgency with the expectations on this group this year just to get out of this funk really, really fast?
Yeah, it's something that teams go through. Obviously we've built enough, credit or points to go through this phase, but we got to figure it out pretty quick, obviously, here and regroup. About last night, I loved the start of our game, in that first period. I thought we came out the right way, and we just got to continue to build in that direction and obviously have a little bit more urgency in our D zone and killing plays quicker.
Josh, your team this year won 4-1 against teams that made the playoffs last year.
Yeah.
Your game is sort of built for the playoffs. What does this team need to do more of as a team to beat these type of teams like the last 2 games?
Yeah, be harder to play against. To be honest with you, obviously, the last 2 teams, bigger boys, play a good structured game. But like I said, I love, kind of the way we're playing right now, a little bit more urgency and harder to play against. And, compete level has got to jump up a little bit more. And, but yeah, it all starts tomorrow night, get back on the right path and go from there.
Boston is in down. I mean, there's always an emotional game against them. And sometimes it's the right timing to have a rivalry in front of you tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's going to be a really important game. I think we're all looking forward to playing the Bruins tomorrow night, especially on home ice. It's good timing for the way that we responded the last 2 nights. So come out, play the right way, play hard, be physical, and like I said, we're on home ice, so it should be a good game.
Merci.
Thank you.
Is there like a
Justin Ritzkovian, you played with him. And he never get drafted first year in the NHL.
So it's good.
You see, he's a kind of late bloomer, or you saw that.
Like he came in as a freshman, and I mean he seemed a lot older than he was. He kind of had that leadership ability, and just kind of always acted like a pro, even back then in college. So I mean, yeah, he snaps, draws back, he works hard, and he's good on the puck, making plays, and he's heavy. So I'm really happy for him.
Sometimes after a game like last night, teams do a turn, there's a kind of a turning point sometimes, day after or a week after. Was the case last year after a game against Pittsburgh. What type of turning point you guys need at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I think this year is different than last year. I mean, we were talking about it this morning where, last year when we were going through a rough stretch, it was like, I mean, we're just chasing everybody, and, we didn't go out to that good start to, kind of fall back on this year. I mean, we've shown, our brand of hockey. We were able to, get the points when we needed it. And so, obviously, you're going to go through a hard stretch. Everyone does. It's a long season. But, we were able to, put ourselves in a good position where now we can kind of deal with that hard stretch. And it's, you know what to do. It's you just got to get back to it. It's not like you got to, reinvent anything. It's just get back to what we were doing that was making us successful.
How do you avoid compounding mistakes?
That's hard. I mean, even like yesterday, it was like I watched the game, and I thought we came out really well. Like I think, you're even looking at like chances for, chances against, like time of possession, all that stuff. It's, it was pretty even. I think I don't know. It's, I feel like too, we're any bounce that could go either way, we're not getting it right now, and we just have to work. Like you earn your bounces, so you have to find a way to keep hammering those details and playing the game the right way so that the bounces come back on our side. And but yeah, I mean, I think it's just a little reset. Like it's not. I don't think it's the end of the world where we're at 10-5-2 or something like that, and played some good teams, and we just got to hit the reset button a little bit.
Well, when you look at the goals that were scored aside from the power play goal,
yeah,
they're grade A opportunities
Yeah.
that you guys gave up in a very short span.
Yeah.
So are you getting a little impatient because in the first period the pucks aren't going in, and do you have to remind yourself to be patient? Is there?
Yeah, I mean, I think too when you're going through like a hard stretch, everything kind of is overthought about. Like if you're not executing, you're overthinking about that because things haven't been going our way. And I mean, it's a good league. You're playing good teams, star players. Like if you're not on, like you're gonna, we saw it. We just lost 7-0. So I think it really we just have to take a breath and not grip our sticks too tight. I mean, we're in a good spot where nothing has changed in that way. We're a good team. I think we have all the confidence that we need. But when we get on the ice, it's just think about the next play. I mean, you could feel it a little bit when you go down one and you're in a tough stretch. It's like, oh, here we go. Like something's got to happen, and I think we just got to be, a little more calm and patient in that way. That you don't have to manufacture something right now and just stick to our game. And I mean, we know how to do it. We've played some unbelievable hockey this year, so we gotta get back to that, loosen up a bit, and just realize it's not the end of the world.
Est-ce que vous attendez à... Vous n'avez pas patiné aujourd'hui, vous ne savez pas ce que Martin va préparer comme trio pour demain contre les Blues. Vous attendez-vous à un shake-up assez important, vu les circonstances, Joe?
Peut-être un peu. Surtout avec... on ne sait pas encore le statut de New Hook, mais je pense on ne sait pas à quel point c'est sérieux ou non. On a tous vu le vidéo, puis ça n'a pas nécessairement bien paru. Mais c'est sûr qu'il va y avoir du changement un peu. Mais je pense qu'on est tout prêt à qu'est-ce qu'il va attendre de nous autres. Puis c'est sûr qu'il va y avoir des joueurs qui vont step up un peu à la place de New Hook s'il n'est pas disponible. Puis c'est sûr que tout le monde a un autre niveau dans notre jeu. C'est sûr que ça fait 2 matchs de suite qu'on perd, mais on fait quand même beaucoup de bonnes choses sur la glace, mais on doit encore focuser sur notre processus dans notre jeu. Si on continue à rester avec notre process, comme on dit, je pense que ça va bien aller.
Êtes-vous plus loin comme équipe que vous pensiez, peut-être, en affrontant un top team comme Dallas? Il y a toujours le cliché, on dit que c'est une mesure pour une équipe, mais pensez-vous que vous êtes un peu plus loin que vous auriez cru?
Non, je pense qu'on est confiant dans notre groupe. On sait on peut battre n'importe qui dans cette ligue-là. C'est sûr que Dallas, c'est un des meilleurs clubs cette année, mais je pense on a vécu ça au début de l'année. On gagnait quand même des matchs contre des bonnes équipes, puis c'est la Ligue nationale, tu sais jamais. À chaque jour, tu dois préparer contre n'importe qui peut se battre. N'importe quelle équipe. Alors, on est très confiant dans notre groupe. On sait qu'on peut battre des top teams. Puis, ouais.
Tu deviens le seul centre gaucher de l'équipe à ce point-ci. Est-ce que tu t'attends justement à plus de travail de ce côté-là, puis à mettre plus de travail sur les mises au jeu, des détails comme ça?
Oui, ça va être un focus pour moi-même, les mises au jeu. C'est sûr que être le seul droitier dans l'équipe. Droitier? Gaucher. Ça va être un peu plus de responsabilité de ce bord-là. Alors, je suis prêt pour ça. Je suis confiant sur les mises au jeu. Puis, il faut juste aider l'équipe le plus possible là-dessus.
Merci, Joe.
Merci beaucoup.
back-to-back. On l'a vu quand même beaucoup l'an passé avant les fêtes. À quel point ce souvenir-là, cette expérience-là, ça vous aide ou ça vous prépare?
Je pense qu'on est plus outillés de passer à travers de ça. Comme tu dis, c'est une longue saison. Je ne pensais pas d'aller 75-7.
Comment t'abordes ton groupe un lendemain de match comme ça dans le meeting?
Bon, on a regardé du vidéo, on a parlé d'une coupe d'affaires, puis on continue.
Ça ressemble à quoi une séance vidéo le lendemain?
Ça ressemble avec une TV. Une TV, puis on montre des exemples.
Mais
des fois,
le ton dans le sens, est-ce que tu ramènes, essaies-tu quand même de
Écoute,
ramener-
je te dirais pas quel ton que j'ai. Là. OK? J'ai fait ma job aujourd'hui.
Vous avez décidé de ne pas aller sur la glace, du moins que ce soit un optionnel. Est-ce que pour toi, c'était la meilleure recette? Puis
Regarde, t'es 4 jours en ligne, être sur la glace. On joue samedi, on joue lundi. Il y a beaucoup de matchs qui s'en viennent. Tu veux gérer l'énergie des gars. Puis à soir, les gars, aujourd'hui, ils ont fait qu'est-ce qu'il y avait à faire, que ce soit un workout. Tous les gars qui vont sur la glace, c'était leur choix.
As-tu croisé Alex ce matin? Dans quel état d'esprit il est?
Non, j'ai pas vu Alex ce matin. C'est sûr s'il va manquer du temps. Et c'est pas facile pour un joueur qui a un bon début de saison.
t'attends-tu à devoir brasser tes cartes plus que parce que tu manques Alex?
On va voir. C'est ça qu'on est après étudier. On va voir demain ce que ça va faire.
Martin, Zach Bolduc a commencé sa saison très fort en termes d'offensive générée. C'est plus difficile récemment. Qu'est-ce qu'il doit faire différemment pour retrouver le joueur qui est en début?
Mais je pense qu'un peu comme le reste de l'équipe, on a perdu un petit peu notre exécution, notre forme offensive, puis on travaille là-dessus, mais pas au prix de ne pas faire le job défensivement. Fait que je pense que c'est tout... quand tu dips offensivement, c'est rare qu'il n'y a pas une dip à l'autre bord. On passe un petit peu. Puis la dernière game, je trouve qu'on a passé quand même assez de temps dans le GME. Qu'est-ce qu'on a fait dans son offensive? C'est sûr, on n'a pas marqué, mais comparé à des matchs auparavant, je trouve qu'on se ressemblait plus dans son offensive, mais c'est le détail défensivement qu'il faut continuer à serrer.
Martin, l'avantage numérique n'a pas réussi. A connu du bon succès en début de saison, mais là, depuis quelques matchs.
Oui, quelques matchs. On n'a pas autant. Puis je te dirais que c'est une réflexion un petit peu de notre équipe côté exécution. Pas juste à 5 contre 5 sur le power play. Il n'est pas où ce que ça devrait être. Puis ça fait partie d'une saison. On va continuer à travailler là-dessus.
Est-ce que ça a dérangé plus hier que ce soit un top team, Martin?
Non. Non, du tout.
La visite des Bruins, est-ce que c'est un bon timing? Une équipe comme Rivalité, les gars semblent dire ça.
Bien, la prochaine game, c'est un bon timing.
Peu importe.
Faut se corriger.
When we go back to September, you talked about two lines that you really knew exactly what you were going to get out of them in terms of Nick's line and a line of Jake with Gallagher and Anderson. Just, are you tempted to go with what you know when you have a situation where you have to make some changes because it works out?
Yeah, I mean, every scenario, you can make a case for it. At the end of the day, we're going to look at it, try to make the best decision we can, and start like that. Doesn't mean it's going to stay. And actually, Gally, Jake, and Andy, they didn't start the year together. So we knew we had one line that's going to be together. We're trying to figure out the rest when the season started. The Docker, Boldy, Gally got some early success. Cappy, Nui, and Demi, same. And we were still kind of searching, and I think it's an ongoing process. I feel with the volatility of the league, and you lose guys sometimes. That makes you, make decisions, and that's what we're going to do.
When you go back to last year and you looked at Gallagher with Dvorak and Anderson, what made them such an important line to your team?
I feel there was a momentum line. I think they could possess pucks in the O-zone. They could defend. It was a veteran line, kind of a momentum line. I think that and I think that's important to have lines that have that identity. That they're going to trust a forecheck and bring some heaviness to it and battle. And that's what we had.
Martin, en termes de travail en zone défensive, tu situes ton équipe cette année par rapport à l'an passé? Je prends hier comme exemple, vous n'avez pas accordé tant de chance premium aux Stars.
Non. Honnêtement, hier, un petit peu plus c'était sur le rush. C'est la contre-attaque et tout. Puis on a manqué de détails là-dessus. Mais dans zone défensive, on est là. C'est pas juste être là, c'est de faire la job. t'sais. Puis des fois, la job est bien loin de la rondelle. C'est des batailles en avant du net, c'est prendre des hockey en avant du net. C'est tes batailles un contre un en haut de glace, le bord de la bande. On peut-tu tuer plus de jeux? On peut être plus agressif au lieu de juste contain, un peu passif, puis les garder en haut de nous autres. Quand tu as une opportunité, là, c'est ta job là, d'aller tuer un jeu, mais faut être plus engagé physiquement.
Y a-t-il une différence importante quand un coach a des cartes comme tu as actuellement? Tu l'as dit au début de l'année que tu as des cartes comme jamais. C'est-tu un atout que tu as pour préparer un line-up demain?
Non, c'est sûr, tu as plus de choix. Je pense qu'on est plus équipé en choix qu'on l'était auparavant. Là, c'est de prendre des décisions qui vont aider l'équipe.
Marty, when execution is what it is, as you've been talking about over the last couple of days, how do you remind the guys to stay in the mindset to remain patient so you don't have a mistake turn into 3 mistakes where you're trying to chase something? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, the mistakes. Are we talking offensively? Offensive mistakes?
No, like last night, you know, the goals that you guys gave up came on some grade A chances in a short span of time.
Yeah.
If you had scored in the first period, maybe you're not looking at a situation where you're trying to create something that isn't there after that. So
yeah.
I'm just wondering if those breakdowns are related.
Yeah. No, I mean, the mistakes happen usually, you know, when you turn the puck over, there's going to be gray coming off that because you're not really in structure at that point. You got to make reads. I felt like our reads were a little bit off. You know, when you lose F3 on a forecheck, there's going to be gray on the other side of that because we just don't have the numbers, right? So I felt we were just a little bit off with our reads when we turned the puck over or lost it. But in terms of execution, you know, you got to keep playing, whether you're up or down, you got to keep playing. And, you know, and to me, the execution, it's taking care of the puck. When the plays are there, you know, you can make them. I feel offensively, are we rushing things a little bit because we want to score so bad? Our reads are a little bit clouded right now because we have the weight of the season emotionally, I guess, where we are. They're not as clear. But you know, that will come back, and the only way it comes back is make the next play. Whatever that is, make the next play. You know, just do it. You know, and stack up some tape to tape. You know, find the back of the net, and it's going to come back. You know, you can't just be all of a sudden scared of playing the game just because we're not executing. You know, you just got to go do it. You know, and still taking care of the puck and play inside their rules. But like to me, like you know, every team. There's not one team that's going to go through 82 games executing at a high level. It just doesn't happen. Just like I didn't think we're going to go 75-7. Okay, it's a hard league, and we're going to keep working on our details of our game. And you know, there's no panic here. We're just staying the course and we're moving on.
Martin, je sais que tu es plus concentré sur le processus que le résultat. Hudson, Struble, ils ont été depuis 2 matchs sur la glace pour quand même beaucoup de buts d'adversaires. Comment tu vois leur processus derrière ça, dans le fond, par rapport aux résultats qu'ils obtiennent?
C'est quoi ta question?
Ben, comment tu vois leur jeu d'ensemble au-delà des résultats?
Ben, je te dirais comme le reste de l'équipe. On n'est pas sharp présentement. On manque d'exécution. Au détail, on slipé un petit peu. Tu sais, je te dirais c'est comme le reste de l'équipe.
Tu choisis ton gardien pour demain?
Oui, mon tambour.
Merci, Martin.
Merci.